done, head on down to the band of Timmy's Fun Club. If you're feeling bad, 'cause your life is dumb, head on down to the band of Timmy's Fun Club.
It's 5:35 in the morning in Taiwan. You know that we only have 4 more Taiwan streams left? 3 after today. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and the Funsplosion on Thursday. Now where I am, Taiwan, it's Monday. Might be Sunday where you are, but where I am, it's Monday. We've got four more Taiwan streams. It's exciting times happening around here. Funsplosion XXL is happening on Thursday. Thursday Taiwan time, Wednesday North America time. This is what's happening on the Funsplosion. We're going to be giving away a Pokemon box at the end of the stream. Make sure that you do all the things that we tell you to do in the YouTube video, and then you can win it. We're going to be doing Duck Duck Goose, get Goose Goose Duck. At least I hope. I hope so. We're going to try it. And then we're just going to be saying goodbye to Taiwan. It's been a fun, crazy ride here for the past 2 years for me and my family in Taiwan. And Taiwan is the birthplace of the Band of Timmy's Fun Club. Without Taiwan, we wouldn't have had the Band of Timmy's Fun Club because I needed a way to get together with all of my North American friends once a month to play Magic. And so that's where the Band of Timmy's Fun Club was born. And it became something more than that because as I realized that sleep no longer matters and free time is at a premium because every other waking moment is spent helping my kids or doing my job at my job. I realized, hey, I could leverage that time that I'm awake in the morning and just do some streaming and have some fun. And that's what we've been doing. So it's been a lot of fun, and I don't know what it's going to look like in North America, but we've got so many loyal, dedicated fans. We've got so many people in the club that it would just be heartbroken if we didn't keep going, so we'll figure something out. What I'd like to do is to have more live games, but I don't know exactly how we would set that up. Like live in-person Magic games. There's a really cool game store not far from where I'm going to be living in Iowa, and they would probably be cool if we filmed some games there or did some streaming there, but I'd have to work out all the details with them. Anyway. Thank you, Taiwan, for giving birth to the BOTFC. Thank you, Taiwan. What are we doing right now? I'm glad you asked. We've had some pretty inconsistent games lately. Let's see where our rating is at. 2981, so dropped a little bit. So the last time we streamed Galaxy was about a week ago, and I think my MMR was just under 3. and might have just gotten to 3,000 when we were signing off. Throughout the week, I've played, and I've gotten at about 3,050 was maybe the top. And I hit a snag for a little while. Like, I've not added a lot of wins. My legendary rank fell a little bit, and the MMR fell a little bit. I just had a snag where for a few times I wasn't having any real good consistency. Boy, this is a colorful background for, and then I don't. Can I There must be a way to make. Must be a way to make my camera not be so. You know what? I'm not gonna. Wow. Okay. I don't know. You know, the first thing, I don't really want to have the first thing in the morning be my camera looking all wonky because of some setting that I don't know about. Being disrupted or nope. There we go. And then we're gonna go here, and then we're gonna go here. Okay. And what about here? If it's just me over here. Yeah. Okay. I'll tell you some of the problems that we have with this setup is that there's a set up and a tear down that has to happen every day. And I wish that I had a dedicated space for this. And there's a good chance that in about 6 months or less, I will have a dedicated space for this. And it might not be so weird every day, the setup and the teardown and everything, because I might have a dedicated computer, a dedicated streaming space, things like that. But for now, this is where we're at. This is what we've got to work with. Which is, it's fine. All right, who's going to be our first? Should we do a clones right off the bat? It seems like my first game on stream usually is not great. And it's not just my first game on stream, it's my first game awake because it's 5:43 a.m. So, Laser Shark, any chance you could get your attack off first? Oh. Okay. I don't think we would have won that anyway. Your next shop is all heroes. So I think the issues that I was running up against, that's a big Santa Claus. I think the issues that I've been running up against while I've been playing, there seems to be disproportionate starts for my opponents. At least it's felt like disproportionate starts for my opponent where I have like nothing. I'm not developing my board, I'm not developing my captain. It just kind of seems like there's some inconsistency in play. And for whatever reason, oh, I got a +1/+1. Oh, sure, because of the gift from C&T Claus. For whatever reason, there are just some games where it's like the consistency is very hard to maintain. And it goes like a stretch of games. I don't know if that's just because I'm playing more games this month and it's difficult with a random game like this to kind of, develop that consistency. Because, sometimes you're finding lots of silvers and gold. Sometimes you're finding lots of stuff that synergizes with your hero, with your captain. And then other times you're not. I think we should probably take some more treasures since, that's what Clonesy wants to do. I think we should probably take more treasures. For some reason, my computer is not responding especially well to what's happening. I'm dropping frames here a little bit. That's another thing that at some point I would like to get a handle on is, I'm running this whole streaming thing off a MacBook Air, which, I got good specs on it. Like I bought it a few years ago. It still does well. It still performs well considering all the things that I ask it to do. But this is not something that it should be expected to do. Like I'm pushing it pretty hard. And I'm using it all day long. I'm not just using it for a stream. I'm using it for work and anything else that I have to do. 29 frames. Yeah, what's happening here? What's happening here? Why are we... This is not a processing power heavy game. So why am I dropping frames? And also, I guess I'm done already with this. I told you my first game usually is bad. Let me respond appropriately. Oh yeah, that's right. I can't do emojis with this. What is going on with the lag on my computer? This is a big concern right now for me. Hang on a second. I gotta do some investigations. What's going on with my... This is a hardware thing? Man, for some reason, you know what? Let's just quit that for a second. this down. So the only real drag on things was, yeah, OBS and Galaxy. That's so weird. All right, let's try it again. See how this goes. Oh, there it goes again. It's skyrocketing. Why is it doing that? Okay, it's a little better than it was before, but man, that's still high. That's using like all my memory on two different applications. I don't understand that. Well, let's just see how it goes. Worst case, we just end a little early, I suppose. All right, let's try to get a few wins at least. That would be nice. Jason smells good. So Mirror Mirror has been changed again. Now it has support. +1, +1. When a character I'm supporting is attacked by a ranged character, also deal that much damage back to them. I ignored Mirror Mirror after it was first nerfed because the card before it was insane. Insane enough so that if you got a golden Mirror Mirror within the first, 3 turns, you pretty much won the game. Like it was really hard not to win the game. And then they nerfed it out of the sky. It was total trash after that. And then it looks like there's some kind of a compromise here. I don't think that this is a great compromise still, but I've never tried it since it's been changed. It's at least worth considering. I don't want to just, see it and ignore it every single time. I do think it's worth considering. All right. Because we are Jason, there's no exact strategy in mind, but let's see. Let's see if maybe we just develop a strongish board. Get a few quests done. And just see what we can start building. All right, Trashy P is our first captain for Jason. Well, we're already We're already almost there for a couple of these quests, which will get us some trashy P double treasures. All right, 2 double treasures. I'll take a double relic. Worn shield would have been okay too. Oh, it's going right to uncommon now. Or are these still? No, these are uncommons. Yeah. So it looks like we won't get a double. But we could start to make a very big snowball with this. Because it's getting 5/5 plus whatever bonus it has. Which is not insignificant. Let's get the stepmother out. And start another quest. Brutal trades. Brutal trades. Billy Bones. This is a reasonable replacement here. That's a pretty big snowball. Can I get one more villain, maybe? There's one more villain, but look at the other choices, too. Is it the greediest play to take the fairy dragon? If I take the thorn, I get another shot because of the Jasmine dragon. So actually, let me take the thorn. Shop buff, another treasure, and then another shop. Magic Acorn is a dumb one to double because it doesn't stack, but this will get me everybody getting the fairy dragon buff. Lucky chest for an even bigger treasure pop next turn. Treasure explosion, not to be confused with the fun explosion. There we go. So now we're starting to look. Oh, and a Hades, which some natural snowball effects for my snowball. Okay. It was worth a shot. What could we get out of this? Kraken. Not great. Starting to slow down a little bit. Don't like it. I don't like it. Goodness. This guy is just, wow. That guy's board is going to be out of control pretty soon. Yeah, and I'm finding absolute hot garbage right now. Maybe I take a hook and hope for a big hunt at the end, which doesn't really look like it's happening. All right, we can pair here, pair here, pair here. Not looking great. All right. Any chance this person's a weakling that we could easily exploit? Oh no, this is the guy that just 2 health off of the hunt. It's a real shame. mages here, right? Pretty good trades there. Pretty good trades. I'm lucky to be alive. That's for sure. All right, I haven't done anything with this Jasmine Dragon. Not a single thing. The only reason I'm still around is I got a lucky snowball. But its luck is about to die quickly. Merlin is interesting, but it's slow. I haven't gotten a chance to get any other treasures. I've got a double lucky chest. This guy, we're missing one slot getting buffed here, so this guy won't happen. I mean, do I just want to take Merlin and then hope to string something together? This is not good. This is really not good. This is kind of insane that this guy's board's not bigger than this. But we're dead, so honestly, that guy's board just should have been a lot bigger. Okay. Climbing out of the diarrhea pit. Let's do pirates. I haven't done pirates in a long time. Pirates. Oh, yo ho, yo ho, yo ho, yo ho, yo ho, yo ho. That's the typical pirate shanty, you know, the classic one. Oh, yo ho, yo ho, yo ho, yo ho. You all know that one. Come on, sing along. Oh, yo ho, yo ho, yo ho, yo ho. Man, pirates are getting skunked. +5 attack. Don't mind if I do. Still haven't gotten that Smee off for an attack. Kind of don't like that. Got a lot of attacks, so now maybe we can get some shield. The old plunder penny hasn't been doing much. Nice. We'll get a Smee attack, and we got the shouty attack. There are better things here than taking a golden Aladdin. The Jelly Roger is really tempting, but it gives me no treasures. Okay. Those are some good hunts in the front. Those are some good front hunts. Okay. Calypso. Calypso can usually get pretty nutty. once you start to get a few pirates in place. Ah. Would have been nice to have had the Jelly Roger to have first attack, but... Alright, there's Blackbeard, so we can replace here. Man, I had a couple really other good pirates there. Maybe I shouldn't have leaped so quickly. Alright, Mecha Man, while not necessarily synergizing, is technically a pirate. One off the hunt on the G-Man. That was devastating. Alright, Drake is really good. If I can get him a little swole, a slight bit swole. Oh. Yes. Alright. Drake, you gonna hunt? Nice. So we're basically an innkeeper or a Blackbeard or a pirate prince away from really taking this. Davy Jones, crap. Let's just buff this slot, get another spell. We're going to start to fall behind here, as you can see. Look at this guy just gushing slot buffs everywhere. All right. Shouty. Let's get this. He is technically a pirate, which is fun. Pirates have Treasure Hoard 3. Seems good. Eureka on Calypso. Seems good. Maybe we greed the Drake so that he keeps buffing himself in more than one way. Oh, a genie's lamp. When did we get that? When did that show up? There's a Jelly Roger again. So maybe we take this to get the initiative now. Pretty bad trades. Not gonna lie, there were some pretty bad trades there. So this will get us 2 more. Oh, nice. Let's just keep on going down the Calypso path here. Silver Smee, Silver Parrot, more Calypso. Oh, Pirate King. That would give us some thick boys. And another easy quest. Lost in the Woods would continue to buff my men. I think we'll swap out Shody. That's some pretty good thickness on the front. Jeez Louise. I'm lucky I took that thick boy. We're in trouble. Pirate King. And now, what's better than a big Pirate King? A big Tiamat. Maybe. I don't know. Maybe. Maybe. Now, Weirdbeard is going to get us 10 random treasures. Unfortunately, Unfortunately. These are just 10 random. These aren't these aren't like commons, uncommons. These are just 10 randoms. Is there anything here that's going to give us some buffs that's going to help us win this next one? Because we are in rough shape. Presence of Gaia also doesn't sound that great, but it's more Calypso stuff. Maybe we just Weird Beard. All right. Well, I mean, let's just see. Let's see how it goes. Oh, nice. We happen to get one of the weakest people left. So we're in good shape. I was unsure if we'd be living to see another day, but we're in good shape. I'm assuming we're going to have villains in our set of pirates. So apparently my board has gotten much stronger, and these gentlemen's boards have remained pretty weak. Because I remember getting stomped by this guy. All right, golden weird beard. Can you imagine a clones at this point? I guess I'll take that. I'm not going to be completing any quests anytime soon, but the bronze characters. Oh, Billy Bones. I'll take another heart. Thank you. Is Drake almost done with his nonsense? Nope. He's got one more treasure to give. No, this entire time I've not found a pirate prince. The pirate prince is the real guy that could have... Oh, I guess he doesn't get a secret rare. Whoa, we just got a trifolk, though. What was that? What was that farewell? What was that farewell? My farewell is my recruit. That's right. Oh, Weird Beard. Oh, I underestimated what we were getting with the old Weird Beard. Goodness gracious. Oh, and we're choosing all of these. Holy crap. All right. I suddenly feel okay about this last matchup. I suddenly feel like we're going to be all right if my computer can handle it. So it's Tiamatting. So there must be the thing where you hunt and get the thing, but then it's also you recruit the farewell. Wow. I wish I had one more person. I do. He still has one heart left. Am I officially out of treasures? There's Pirate Prince. Yeah. Golden Drake. I mean, we don't need to swap Tiamat. Look at that. I've never gotten every single treasure before. It is pushing my game to the limit. Trigger the farewell abilities. Alright, so check this out. So I take Davy Jones and I trigger Weirdbeard when he hunts, which means I'm going to get 18,100 billion more treasures the first time that he hunts. Now I'm going to click battle, and I'm going to wait and see how my computer does and how many rainbow wheels of death I get. It's struggling through this. I've never seen my computer struggle through this game so much. So Daisy Jones, you go ahead and set this whole thing into motion. Hunt. And we're just pulsing. Oh, everybody's just getting real nutty. Oh, so Weirdbeard doesn't do his thing anymore because I've gotten all the treasures. Okay. Have actually never had that happen before. Have actually never had that happen. But I think we got every single treasure in the game. Maybe not all the secret rares. But we had all the legendaries, we had all the rares, we had all the uncommons. That's incredible. They must have changed Weirdbeard slightly. They must have changed him. Alright, we're trending the right way. Definitely trending the right way. Chuck E. That. So the trick with this will be the toy build with Geppetto. You have the built-in kind of like, scaling. With this, it's just a static buff. Because toys get +4 attack on our villains. But that doesn't scale. Geppetto scales. This doesn't scale. So you really have to rely on treasures, and you really have to rely on some cheeky boys. In order to keep up. And early on it's fine because it's a fairly aggressive build. The +4 attack, the villain synergy, that's all pretty good. Do I want the Mimic, or do I want to do a Worn Shield? We've already got an attack buff built in. Maybe we do this to give us a little bit of a health boost. All right. Oh, that's too bad. That would have been really good. Maybe we still do it. No, I want the treasure. There we go. Knew it all along. Knew we would be fine. No problem. We gotta get that Cowardly Lion to proc at some point. Not gonna get it that way. Good trade there. All right. Maybe we do this because it's a slot buff. Don't have any other buffs really going on. I could take this just for the stats, or we could reroll. Oh. Wouldn't have minded a piñata there. Alright, that Katamari, there we go. Katamari on the lion, and now we're only one off. One attack off. Alright, higher treasure. I guess that's probably... Oh, shoot. Wait a minute. Does this stack? Does that mean that my left one is 2 rarities higher? That'd be pretty neat. Thank you, goodie bag. I can finally get rid of this worthless lion. It does stack. And it's a KO star. That is filthy. Filthy. Absolutely nuts. He's a toy. Maybe I swap him over here. Yeah, this feels like it's gonna be a win if I can just... Good Lord. These are some... I'm enjoying these stats. I'm definitely... Oh, goodness gracious. Okay. Just forget about whatever it is we were gonna do there and just let the sorcerer's map bring out everything extra swole now. Yeah, I'd say this is a pretty easy first at this rate. Wow, 10 turns. Okay. So did not think about this stacking, but it did stack. Got the KO star on all the villains. Wow. That was fun and efficient. There's nothing more that we like at the Bandit Timmy's Fun Club than efficient fun. I guess free money. We would like that more. World peace. That'd be pretty nice. You know, I thought that that was always kind of like a joke answer on The Simpsons. Like whenever Lisa would talk about world peace, it's like world peace. Psh. But you realize the older you get, actually, world peace would be pretty nice. Haven't done a lot of witches. Don't always feel very. Don't always feel very good about it. But we've had 2 firsts in a row. I'm feeling a little frisky. It's actually a pretty good support villain there. So Mirror Mirror isn't going to transform anymore. It's just a support character now. Support +1/+1, and then I mean, I guess that's okay. Worm tongue. Who needs this silvery moon? Alright, cursed ring, yeah, sure. Eventually, this isn't going to be good back here, right? Like, we got to do something with these buffs. Like, we get a boondoggle, whatever it's called, that lets us take this buff and support up here, or something like that. We got to get something more, right? That's a pretty good villain. That is a pretty good villain. Yeah, Boon Willow. That's what I need. Oh, Frankenstein. It's also pretty good. The Queen villain. But at this point, I don't really want to mess with my board that much. I guess if we're doing anything, we swap the puck, put the Frankenstein back here, and then maybe we just like, because we're going to be getting lots of villains, so I don't actually mind losing a little bit. There's the Boon Willow. Okay. Ah, magnificent. Okay. Yes. Yes. All right, we are doing some things. Timeline duplicator. I mean, we're doing this by itself pretty well, so maybe you do double it up. All right, where's that Wicked Witch need to go? Front. Yeah, sure. That worked out. That was pretty good. Golden Chaos. Shrinky T. Could I get another villain? Treasure Hoard is a thing for sure. Keeping that. I mean, adding spells to that count is good. All right. Left one is always legendary. I love Davy Jones, but aw. Well, it all worked out. Look at this Frankie back here. Hasn't even made an attack yet. All right, Hungry Hyena. So now we get a legendary treasure thanks to Smug. Honestly, it's meh. We gotta be close to winning here, I think. Buffs from Fae to 2, that'll actually help. Hey, Golden Monkey. Legendary Treasure. Imagine playing Jack Sparrow and this is your board with a Wizard of Oz and a Merlin back there. Hard times, man. These are hard times. Witches, first place. Athena. I've really been enjoying Athena lately, and the vision that I have for her is eventually I'm going to get a toy build where my stuff is dying a lot, so it's adding that plus attack. And it's not just the normal stuff that I recruit, but it's like the stuff that farewells that comes out. So it's like your Jack in the Box dies, it gets plus 3 attack. Then the Jack dies, it gets plus 3 attack. Then your bot, your busted bot dies, and then he gets plus attack. And then the bot underneath him dies, and that gets attack. And then your Mecha Man, and so on and so on and so on. Like just stacking attacks. Of course, you have to have this stuff die in order to get that attack stack. It doesn't hurt to have the health buffs when they survive, but for things like the present, I would prefer that not get too big. So we were just one off of the Ahab there. Foul Lich. I don't care much for the Foul Lich. It rarely does well for me. Alright, so our stats are not bad, but eventually we're going to need to start to turn a corner a bit. Nothing's really happening, and I'm worried this is going to come to a screeching halt. I don't want to take any of this stuff. I guess Mice is going to like double Athena's buffs. So, you know, what are we swapping out? Maybe the present. We'll take that for the spell recruit. Fortunately, we've just got big enough stuff now so that, you know, we can survive, we can make it. But I do need to figure out where this is going. Like always. Like always. All right. Those are some pretty stupid big characters. Makes me realize how rough shape my board is in. I haven't been able to do any of the stuff that I've wanted to do. Wow. Took every bit of stuff that I had. We bring the Scarecrow out. It's a long time before that quest happens. I'm not taking a ton of things right now. Boy, you hate to see that Stinky go out that way. It's such a waste. I'm gonna say spell buffs, but I'm not really doing anything with spells. I'm so far behind. This is when I die. Didn't get a good Stinky. Okay. Is that fifth? I'm lucky. Oh, third. That was unexpected. Maybe it was all those chumps at the beginning that weren't getting buffed. I don't know. Collector. I really need a better text system than what I have right now. The way that I edit my text, it's a little slow and unintuitive. I need to find a better way to do that. boy. Had a lot going for their board. I really think I underestimate Wand of Anger. You can string together a lot more than I realize with that. And a breadcrumbs with Wand of Anger? Mwah. Buffing all those front lines. Mechanical Dragon. Not gonna say that he's like the GOAT of this, but of course he has to die first. My weakest character didn't even die. All right, and the Cowardly Lion didn't get procced yet? Good grief. I need to start being able to pivot away from this pretty soon, so... Those were some incredibly bad trades. Let's not do that again. Let's not do that again. Now my lion is going to be my biggest boy. I need to get rid of that guy. Stop buffing the lion. Lion is trash. And now my mama bear is gonna be pretty bad too. It's all right. We'll make our full dragon transition here in a second. Okay. Golden, keep an extra treasure. I think we'll do this. Forget that this is also a dragon. And it has, whatchamacallit? A treasure hoard. Cumulative treasure hoard. Where did all these things come from? All right, we'll take that for sure. Is that okay? Random treasure every 2 turns. The initial buff might be good to kind of get us through. Lucky or chest, I guess. I don't know. It really is dependent on if I can get a treasure this turn. Yeah, I don't think I can. Now we're getting 2 each farewell. That's good. That's good. We're starting to grow. Drake is also a dragon. Forget about that. Don't know if... It is Treasure Hoard 2. Maybe that one's worth... Maybe that one's worth it. Let's do it like this. Oh, and we hadn't gotten the Jasmine Dragon trigger yet, so that's cool. If Drakey can hunt back there, we've got some thickness on the front. If he can hunt from back there, that would be pretty nice. Nice work, Drakey. This could help with the dragons. It is lowest rarity. I think I'm not going to mess with that. It is only lowest rarity. The relic is not very good, but just getting that general, like, overall slot buff is... It's useful. It's useful. There's only one person to silver, but, you know, it's... Not a lot happening here. Thank you. We'll Midas the Jasmine Dragon because this will give us 2 extra shops. I guess we'd already gotten our shop that turn, though. Nice work, Drake. He's been actually doing some good work back there. From this slot, he's hunted quite a bit. Okay, Midas touched the Drake. Now we got a full band of goldies. The Golden Girls. Is this a mage? No. We don't have any mages. This is starting to get kind of good. But probably not worth swapping for anything that I've got right now. just take another treasure. Sure. More hunting. Yeah. Cannot believe I did not get a treasure that turn. Alright, good enough. Drake for the last hunt, giving us a few more treasures and a first place. We'll just continue with the treasure theme, I guess. This and this. Jealous stepsisters is good too, but let's just hope, let's just assume that I can get that later. The golden is definitely worth taking right now. You don't want to buff spells or the lucky chest. Maybe lucky chest is better because we're gonna get a quest. Oh, nice. Nice job sniping the Jill there. That was good. All right, well. Sad trades. Go to the lion. Okay. That actually got the monkey an additional hunt, so that's pretty good. That lion just can't seem to catch a break. Just get one more, buddy. Just get one more. He's not getting one more. I almost need to replace him at this point. Thunder of Dragons. That was hard to give up Davy Jones. I really like Davy Jones. I've had a Davy Jones revival lately. I feel like he's a very flexible character. Can get a lot of work done. All right, I'm shocked that we didn't lose with some of the trades that were happening, but... All right, so our first one is doubled. Do I want to double the hunt or double the buffs? Double hunt is interesting, but the only hunt I have right now is the tiger's paw. That's not really a big thing with dragons. Treasures are a big thing with dragons, so we double that buff. That feels pretty good. I appreciate how you've grown, monkey. Would not have been able to complete that hunt last time. But you've really grown. Golden Davy Jones, I'm sorry. We have the double treasure buff in place. Right now I'm not taking very good advantage of that. So I need to get some more buff-tastic treasures. Those are some big heroes. If I could only get more heroes. Let's see what we can get. Okay, that's just okay. That's just okay. It is a farewell. It is a farewell, which will buff my boys, but let's try one more. Echoing. Okay. So does this recognize the Spirit of Vengeance buff when it dies? Does that recognize it? Will I get a buff when that gets a buff? Nope. But I just got a buff there, though. A little too late. Okay. I think we've got time for a couple more. Aegon. I think if we're not at 3,000, we're going to be close. And I was already close to 3,000. I mean, I've been in and out of 3,000 for the past week. Nice little twirl there, Thorn. Chest. I don't know what it is exactly we're looking for, but we're doing spell stuff, so we gotta start casting spells. That'll help. Help. I love it when they go right for the fill. I love it when they go right for the fill. That's so great. Fill is like such a conditionally excellent card. It's so dependent on things, but it can just be so good. Okay, we need to. That was probably the wrong grow dough target, unfortunately. Some really good hunts there. Really good trades for me. Still trying to figure out exactly what it is that I'm looking for here. Do I get the trigger for this? I think I do, yeah. So I get the trigger and then this transforms. That's good. I thought I did that wrong for a second. When you hunt, give 3/3. There's a lot of hunts on board right now, but that's can't be my final form, right? Buffs from spells. This feels like the play. Why are these people so far behind my board? What is happening exactly to everybody? This is more like what I expected. Thanks, by the way, everybody, for... Oh, that is disgusting. That stupid hook. It's a very useful treasure. Very useful treasure. Villains. KO'd. Starstone for the last one. Not bad. There we go. Bronze. So this is my boss fight. I mean, I just barely lost against this guy before. Getting copies of my fill is extremely annoying, but we still win. Like I said, I just barely lost against that guy before. It doubled the Tiamat's Claw. Good lord, that's pretty good. Yep, alright. So we had a pretty rough start to this. Both my computer did and my actual gaming. But We've been cooking since then. Cooking. Hey everybody, come subscribe to my stream, stream where I say things like cooking. I have my finger on the pulse of what's cool. I'll just wait for all the subscribers to come in. Well, there's my first treasure. Remember how good the Wand of Anger was? You know, I really want to get the deluxe Beanie Baby. Does that come with gold? Do you have to gold the Beanie Baby in order to get that? The deluxe one? I'm afraid I won't be able to keep him alive to find out. All right, he's okay so far. Well, I might never be able to find out that Beanie Baby. I'm assuming you have to gold him in order to get the deluxe treasure. We'll do this to go with the relic. That's actually extremely good synergy. Had some really good trades there. Huh. Just forget how good Stinky can be. Especially early on. You get some early health on that guy and just let people bump into him. It's pretty good. Of course, you do have to trade somewhat well in order to get it to work. Wow, that was so bad. And we still made it, but that looked rough for a second. That looked really bad for a second. Okay. We're doing all right. Oh boy, black hole. Could also see Merlin. I don't know if Mechanical Dragon is actually worth it. Merlin is probably not good. I don't do spell slinging for trashy P, right? I'm just leaning into treasures, right? I mean, I know my spells have been pretty good because of all of these. It's incredible to see that Blackbeard just do absolutely nothing. That's incredible. That Jack Sparrow must have had a pretty bad start. You know, honestly, it almost doesn't matter. I feel pretty far ahead. Kind of just doing whatever at this point. Ooh, Paul Bunyan, yikes. He hit the Stinky, which was correct, but the Stinky needed to hit him back. Okay, we got to do something about that. I'll just cast another Grodo. I don't need this heart, right? Gonna lose it anyway. It's really scary because I'm thinking, oh, I got past the Jack Sparrow. That's the hunt that's really gonna scare me. Well, then look at this. Look at this. I have been on my laurels. Where were these choices before? I want a worm scale tinkerer. I want a flopsy. And I just needed the Bunyan to get smacked back by the Stinky. It went into the Stinky twice, but both times it failed to snap back. I think we just go for as buff on this front as we can get. That's good. Right. They're just popping out. There's just too many big things that are popping out. Is that third place? Third place, okay. I needed those dragons. I needed those dragons sooner. That Flopsy and that Tinkerer. I needed that much, much, much sooner. Trashy P for 3. Seems kind of sad. 30-44. So I'm at almost the highest MMR that I've had all season, because I think 30-50 was my highest. 676. Let's do one more. The professor. Many. Once Upon a Galaxy players ask the question, what is Once Upon a Galaxy? Why is anyone talking about it? What am I doing in this video? Well, you're going to have to find out by subscribing to my Patreon and going to check out my whatnot stream and my everything else. We'll presence the first slot, which is good. It's for the future. It's definitely for the future. And then we can actually put out the faux familiar, which is probably going to be one of my strongest minions going forward if I do all the spell stuff that I plan on doing. Oh, that was dumb. That was dumb. I thought the stepmother was done already. That was foolish. Okay. I think we're all right. I think we are never punished for that. There were not enough good trades in that one, unfortunately. Pix and a Puck and a Calypso. Yeah. I do like that Calypso. This is a really sad early board. Alright, we take another mage for sure. We Gaia's presence over here. We just hope this is enough to survive. We need some optimal trades here. That was pretty good. That was pretty good. Okay. The idea is we're going to need to finish this quest. You know what? Maybe I don't. Maybe I don't care. Just turn it into something else. Queen of Hearts isn't awful. I wish it was a mage. I think my spells counting as treasure counts for treasure hoard will ever matter. Buffs from spells. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, scary stink. Okay. Okay, so far so good. All right. A Merlin maybe? Okay. A mage, not the mage I wanted, for sure. But don't look a deft mage in the mouth. Alright, more spell synergy. Just don't die. Oh my gosh. Okay, I said not to die. My instructions were pretty clear there, so I don't know what you missed. Okay. That's 11 games. This background is so bad. That's 11 games. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 out of the 11 games were first place. I feel pretty good about that. I feel pretty good about that. We had the 6th place dumpster fire, but other than that, we had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 first place and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 third place. So 5 firsts, 5 thirds, and 1 sixth. You know what? I would call that successful.
What have we learned today?
I'll tell you what I've learned today. Absolutely nothing. Absolutely nothing. I think I need to get some new segments because this isn't something, there is not every stream has enough strength to be able to present a what have we learned today. There's not enough going on. Our conversations were fairly minimal. It was the chillest of chill streams. No one came along to join us. I don't think we learned a thing.
What have we learned today?
Which is kind of scary because I don't want to be static. As a person, I don't want to be static. As a person, I want to be a lifelong learner. But I think we can go for an hour and 45 minutes without learning. I think that's okay too. And we might not have learned anything, but we did some good things with our rank. So that feels pretty good. And having nearly a 50% first place, I'll take it. I'll take it. And I don't know how that stacks against the rest of the Galaxy players, but I'll take it. Feels pretty good. Okay. I'm very sleepy now. And I have to go to work. I have to get some things done. But I'll remind you one more time. If you're watching this on demand and you're telling yourself, boy, I could really go for a Pokemon box right now, but they're just so darn expensive, you can follow the Twitch and get 1 entry to win a Pokemon box. You can subscribe to the YouTube and get 1 entry to win a Pokemon box. You can join the Band of Timmy's Fun Club Discord and get yourself another, you can see where this is going, get yourself another entry into the giveaway. We're going to give away that box at the end of the week. I'm so tired. I can feel the tiredness just forcing itself to the front of my head. My eyes are trying to shut. My heart is trying to have an attack, go to sleep. But all right, last week of Taiwan streams. Here we go. See you tomorrow. We're going to do Magic tomorrow. Maybe we'll do another draft. Maybe we'll do some more standard ladder because I'm still trying to get a Slime Against Humanity deck on standard to perform at maybe 50%. I would take that. But yeah. That's it for me. Bye-bye.